Hello, hi everyone, good morning and welcome to IELTS Speaking Eloquence. This is me, 𝗁𝐴𝐻𝐻 from 𝐂𝐚𝐥𝐥 Academy. So I'm back with another IELTS speaking related live session for you guys. So today we'll be looking into the part 2 of IELTS speaking segment, and then I'll also discuss the vocabulary that I have used in this particular type of question and the sample answer. Along with that, we'll have a look into the grammar structures being used as well. Okay, so you will get an idea about, okay, if this is a type of question that I'm going to receive, these are the points I can include in, or this can be few structures I can incorporate into this particular topic. So you will get all these ideas about it. So first I'll be showing you the cue card, then I'll be showing you the sample answer that I have prepared. Followed by that, we'll be discussing the vocabulary that I have used in that with the meaning, and then we will also look into the grammar structures being used as well. Okay, so this is an overview about how this live session is going to be. So as I told you, let's start with the cue card. First, you'll be able to see that on the screen and you'll have 1 minute to prepare it. So over to the screen. Welcome back everyone. So let's start with the discussion, but before that, let's have a quick look at the cue card here. It says, describe something you own that you want to replace, and you should say what it is and where it is, how you got it, and explain why you want to replace it. So yes, when you get a question like this, there could be some objects that come to your mind. So you can pick any topic that you are very comfortable with to talk about, and a topic that can be easily explained, so you don't have to struggle so much to find the right words or the right sentences to fit that into the answer. So make sure that your topic is something that you know details about. So yes, let's look into the sample answer and see how I have structured it, and after that we'll get into the vocabulary part. Okay, so let's start with the sample answer. It goes like this. I would like to talk about my old laptop. I'm planning to replace soon. So I just gave out the answer what it is. It is my old laptop. So I would like to talk about my old laptop which I'm planning to replace soon. It's a model I have been using for almost 5 years now, and it's located in my study room where I do most of my work. Okay, the laptop sits on my desk and I use it daily for tasks such as work, browsing the internet, and entertainment. I got this laptop as a gift from my parents when I graduated from university. At the time, it was a great model with enough speed and power to handle my work needs, and it has served me well over the years. I have used it to complete numerous assignments, presentations, and even to prepare for exams. It has a lot of sentimental value because it has been with me through various important phases of my life. However, the reason I want to replace it is that it's become quite slow and outdated. Over the years, technology has advanced so much, and newer laptops have much better features and faster processors. This old laptop struggles to run the latest software and its battery life has significantly reduced. I find myself constantly frustrated with how long it takes to load even simple applications and it often overheats. Replacing it would allow me to work more efficiently and I wouldn't have to worry about it crashing or freezing in the middle of important tasks. Plus, having a more modern and lightweight laptop would make things much easier when traveling or working outside the house. So while I do have some attachment to it, it's definitely time for an upgrade. See, this is how I have formulated the sample answer for this very easy question. So you know the question is pretty simple because you just have to talk about an object that you want to replace very soon. So you just need to figure out what object it is going to be and answer each sub question and expand it as and when you move on with the explanations one by one. So this is pretty much simple. So I just have to say what it is, when I got this, how I got this, and why I want to replace it. So simple questions and simple explanations. So you have seen the sample answer here. So let me take you through the list of words that I have used in this particular sample answer. Yes, when you look at this, you might not see any very cool or uncommon words in this particular vocabulary or in this sample test, but there are certain words that I have used which added to the quality of the sentences. So let me show you how I have played with these words. Okay, so let's have a look at the ones I have used here. So some of these words would be, not some, most of the words would be really common to you guys and you would have a very clear understanding about what exactly it is. However, let's see how these simple words has been used in the sample answer to create more elegance or to have shown how beautiful it can be fitted into. So let's have a look at that. The first word I have used is outdated, which means no longer useful or modern. So in this point, my main question is to replace something. So yes, definitely outdated is a go-to word in certain contexts, right? So I know I have to replace it because one of the reasons could be something new has come in the market and mine is not doing justice to what I need. So yes, I need to replace it. So I can say outdated, which means no longer useful or modern. Second one, sentimental value, which means emotional worth attached to an object. So there is a sentimental value attached to it. So if you remember in this sample answer, I've told that I got this laptop as a gift from my parents. So definitely there is going to be a sentimental value that is being connected with this or attached to this. So yes, I can use this word here. The third one is frustrated, which means feeling upset or annoyed due to an inability to change or achieve something. You know this word. We all say this word, right? Every time we say, I'm frustrated, I'm fed up. It's quite frustrating. It's a very common word. So let's see how I used in the sample answer once we have finished reading all these points. Fourth one is struggles, which means to experience difficulty or to make a great effort to achieve something. Fifth one is significantly, which is in a noticeable or important way. Noticeable as in remarkable way, etc., etc. An important way too. We can say that it is a very significant way of doing it. Efficiently is the next word, which means achieving maximum productivity with minimum wasted effort or expense. 7, crashing. When a computer or system stops working suddenly and unexpectedly, that is called crashing. Freezing, when a computer becomes unresponsive and stops working. We normally say hangs. It is stuck. Or my system hangs. This is a common word, right? So you can even say freezing. 9, overheats, which we are all very familiar with, becomes too hot to function properly. And last one, lightweight, not heavy, easy to carry or move. So now let's see how these simple words have been used in the sample answer. Okay, so the quality here is that when you look at the sample answer, even though these are like very common words, it has actually been used in a way that it shows the complete grammar structure of the sentence. The quality has become little more top-notch. So I'll show you how these words have been placed to show that significant change in the quality of your sentence. The first one is outdated. So let me take you to the sample answer. Okay, so let's figure out where I have used this word outdated. So I would like to talk about my old laptop, which I'm planning to replace soon. It's a model I have been using for almost 5 years now, and it's located in my study room where I do most of my work. The laptop sits on my desk and I use it daily for tasks such as work, browsing the internet, and entertainment. I got this laptop as a gift from my parents when I graduated from university. At that time, it was a great model with enough speed and power to handle my work needs, and it has served me well over the years. I have used it to complete numerous assignments, presentations, and even to prepare for exams. It has a lot of sentimental value. That is a second word. Let's come back to that, because it has been with me through various important phases of my life. However, the next portion has it. The reason I want to replace it is that it's become quite slow and outdated. So here is the place I have used the word outdated, which means it's not useful right now for me, and it's not modern. So see how I used it. I want to replace it is that it's become quite slow and outdated. The system is not functioning properly and it is outdated. So instead of saying it is an old laptop, you can say it is outdated. Okay, the next word is sentimental value, and you know that means emotional worth attached to an object. And I have used that in the beginning of the conversation or beginning of the presentation, which is here. It has a lot of sentimental value because it has been with me through various important phases of my life. See, that's where I've used it. So sentimental value means emotional attachment. So I'm saying it has a lot of sentimental value because. So I'm saying this object has a lot of sentimental value, or I have a lot of sentimental value with this object. So yes, these are all different ways of explaining that, and this is how I have used this word in the sample answer. Now let's have a look at the third one, frustrated. Okay, frustrated means feeling upset or annoyed due to an inability to change or achieve something. So let's see where I've used this word, frustrated. So over the years, technology has advanced so much, and newer laptops have much better features and faster processors. This old laptop struggles to run the latest software, and its battery life has significantly reduced. I find myself constantly frustrated. Here is the word. So I find myself constantly frustrated. Normally we say it's quite frustrating, it makes me really angry, or I have to spend a lot of time, which is kind of like time consuming, and I get upset when it doesn't work properly. So instead of that, you can say I find myself constantly frustrated with how long it takes to load even simple applications, and it often overheats. So this is where I have used frustrated. Now the next one is struggles. I have used the same word, the word struggles here itself. This old laptop struggles. It's difficult to run the latest software. എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിന് പകരം you can say this old laptop struggles to run the latest software. Okay, the next word is significantly. Significantly is a word you can see here. Not just here, I've used it before also. So this old laptop struggles to run the latest software, and its battery life has significantly reduced. Significantly reduced means I am describing how bad the reduction is. So it is a noticeable reduction drop. It is a noticeable drop in the battery life. So that is significantly reduced. The next word is efficiently. You can see efficiently here. Replacing it would allow me to work more efficiently. Okay, so that is where I have placed that right word. The next one is crashing. Crashing is a very nice word. So I have used it. Okay, let's read here, so let's find it out. However, the reason I want to replace it is that it's become quite slow and outdated. Over the years, technology has advanced so much, and newer laptops have much better features and faster processors. The old laptop struggles to run the latest software, and its battery life has significantly reduced. I find myself constantly frustrated with how long it takes to load even simple applications, and it often overheats. Replacing it would allow me to work more efficiently, and I wouldn't have to worry about it crashing. Okay, that is a word there. So crashing means when a computer system stops working suddenly and unexpectedly. So that is the word crashing. So I don't have to worry about it crashing, which means suddenly stop working. The next word is freezing. You can see that here, freezing in the middle of important task, which means getting hang. Okay, hang means it's not responding, it's unresponsive. That is freezing. The next word is overheats. Okay, so overheats is here. Okay, frustrated with how long it takes to load even simple applications, and it often overheats. So overheats, you understand that, right? This object becomes, very hot. That is a point with overheats. And the next word is lightweight. Lightweight is somewhere down here. So plus having a more modern and lightweight laptop. I'm just describing the laptop. It's a lightweight laptop. So likewise, I have used that to describe this laptop the modern one is going to be more lightweight compared to the one I have right now. So that is how I use this word. So you can see all these words that I have underlined here are very common words, and you know this, but it's all about how we play with these words to make the sentence look very good or much better. So you need to work on that to figure out how well you can construct statements using the common words. Okay, so that is with the sample answer and the list of vocabulary that is being used. Now let's move on to the very important aspect, that is the grammar structures that have been used here. So let's start with the passive voice. So one example statement in the sample answer is, it was given to me as a gift. It has been used for many tasks. This is a portion where I have used this passive voice. So you need to understand the passive voice emphasizes the action rather than the doer. Okay, so that is the main thing about the passive voice. So it was given to me as a gift. It has been used for many tasks. So here I'm not talking much about the doer, but I'm talking about or more about the action. In the context of IELTS speaking, it adds variety to sentence structure and shifts focus to the object. So here the object is the laptop rather than the subject, who gave it or who used it. So you can try to have some passive voices like this while you're doing the speaking test. Okay, having said that, let's look at the next one. Complex sentence. Example, at the time it was a great model. So I'm just giving you where I've used a complex sentence in the sample answer. Okay, so at the time it was a great model with enough speed and power to handle my work needs, and it has served me well over the years. Okay, so that is the portion, and the explanation I can give here is, complex sentences consist of one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. You know that, right? So complex sentence will have one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. They are useful in IELTS speaking to show a higher level of fluency and coherence. In this sentence, the dependent clause with enough speed and power, that is the point, with enough speed and power, this portion, this is the dependent clause. So this dependent clause with enough speed and power, this adds extra information about the subject, and the subject is the laptop. This is the topic that we are talking about, right? So I use this complex sentence. At the time it was a great model with enough speed and power to handle my work needs, and it has served me well over the years. Now let's have a look at the compound sentences. I got this laptop as a gift from my parents, and it has served me well over the years. So compound sentences, they use coordinating conjunctions like and, but, so to join two independent clauses. So we have two independent clauses. That is the difference between compound and complex sentences. They show the ability to link ideas effectively, demonstrating good grammar control. Okay, so you can see I got this laptop as a gift from my parents. That is one independent clause. You can finish it off as a sentence too. Independent. And I used a conjunction. It has served me well over the years. This is also another independent clause that can also stand alone. So this is how you work with your compound sentences. Okay, so this is one which I have used in this particular sample answer. Let's have a look at the adjective that I have used. Old, outdated, frustrating, slow, modern, lightweight. So these are all some of the adjectives I have used here. So you need to make sure that you use all these things. You need the parts of speech. Okay, so adjectives describe or modify nouns, providing more detail. So in IELTS speaking, using varied and precise adjectives, it helps the examiner visualize your description, which enhances a lexical resource scoring. So it will actually help you to give a more attraction to the noun. So you're describing it in a different way so that it shows that you have this proficiency level. So that is really good for your lexical resource mark. So make sure you use these adjectives. And the next one is relative clauses. Okay, so relative clauses, I'll just show you an example first and then give you an explanation about it. It's a model that I have been using for almost 5 years. This is a relative clause. It's a model that I have been using for almost 5 years. So relative clauses introduced by who, that, which. This provide additional information about the noun, making the sentences more informative and complex. They are effective for conveying details and connecting ideas smoothly. Okay, so you need to be having an idea about all these things. So not just this part, there are a lot of points you need to be using. There is something known as time expressions. Okay, so time expressions means I have been using it for almost 5 years. At that time, over the years, all these phrases are time expressions. So that this gives you an idea about at what time, when this question is being answered very clearly. So time expressions indicate when events happen, contributing to fluency and clarity. So whoever listens to you will get a clear image or clear picture about the storyline that you're telling. So time expressions or time clauses are very important. So you need to use phrases like these, which will help to place events in the context and provides a sense of continuity of or history. Okay, so that is important. Another thing I have to talk to you, which I have not included here, is the modal verbs. So I have used some modal verbs here, like I would like to replace it, it might, crash, or freeze. So when you use modal verbs like would, might, can, could, etc., this express possibility, ability, or intention. So using modal verbs helps in creating nuanced meaning, showing hypothetical situations or personal wishes in a formal and accurate way. So you can use this modal verbs, but make sure that you're not overusing it as well. Okay, another thing is comparison structures. Okay, so comparison structures, I'll give you an example. There is one sample sentence here, I'll just read it out. It has become quite slow and outdated compared to newer models. You can see that comparison structure, right? I'm comparing it with the newer models. So comparisons, you use compared to, as, or than, etc., etc. These allow the speaker to highlight the differences between two items or situations, showing an advanced vocabulary and grammar control. So you need to make sure that you use whenever you have to compare it with something. Definitely when such question comes, when to replace it, definitely you will have to compare it with another thing to show why, or to give a supporting statement like this is the reason why I need to replace it. So yes, you can use the comparison structures there. Then another one is gerunds and infinitives. So I'll give an example line that I've used in the sample answer, which is I find myself constantly frustrated with how long it takes to load even simple applications. Okay, I find myself constantly frustrated with how long it takes to load even simple applications. So here the use of gerunds frustrated with and infinitive to load, it demonstrates control over sentence structure and variety. So this provides a natural flow and more expressive meaning to your context. Okay, and the last one is adverbial phrases. So I'll give an example like adverbial phrases like significantly reduced, constantly freezed. That is a very good adverbial phrase that I have used here. Significantly reduced. Reduced is a verb and I'm modifying that reduced by saying significantly reduced. Phrased is a verb and I am modifying it by saying constantly phrased. So the explanation I would like to give you here is that adverbs and adverbial phrases modify verbs or adjectives which adds more information about the action. So these phrases show a higher range of vocabulary, and help to specify frequency, degree, or manner, contributing to more precise communication. So this combination of grammatical structures, okay, so what I'm saying is the passive voice, the complex sentences, the compound sentences, adjectives, modal verbs, other elements like this adverbial phrases and etc., time phrases, time clauses and all, this demonstrates variety, which is crucial for a high band score in your IELTS speaking. So you need to be incorporating all these things to get a better idea. It is very, very important. We're going to give a good presentation, so you need to be very careful about all these things. Okay, so let me take you back to the sample answer. Now, since we have discussed all these things like the vocabulary that is used and the grammar structures, let's go back to the sample answer and see and read it with the idea of all this list. Okay, with the idea of the vocabulary, with the idea of the grammar structures, the compound sentences, the complex sentences, the adverbial phrases, the time clauses. So let's read the answer one more time to get a much clearer picture about it. Okay, so let me take you back to the sample answer. So this is the sample answer part. So let's read it together. I would like to talk about my old laptop, which I'm planning to replace soon. It's a model I have been using for almost 5 years now, and it's located in my study room, where I do most of my work. The laptop sits on my desk, and I use it daily for tasks such as work, browsing the internet, and entertainment. I got this laptop as a gift from my parents when I graduated from university. At the time, see the time close, right? It was a great model with enough speed and power to handle my work needs, and it has served me well over the years. You see the compound sentence. I have used it to complete numerous assignments, presentations, and even to prepare for exams. It has a lot of sentimental value because it has been with me through various important phases of my life. However, the reason I want to replace it is that it's become quite slow and outdated. Over the years, technology has advanced so much, and newer laptops have much better features and faster processors. This old laptop struggles to run the latest software, and its battery life has significantly reduced. You can see the adverbial phrase. I find myself constantly frustrated with how long it takes to load even simple applications, and it often overheats. Replacing it would allow me to work more efficiently, and I wouldn't have to worry about it crashing or freezing in the middle of important tasks. Plus, having a more modern and lightweight laptop, adjectives, would make things much easier while traveling or working outside the house. So while I do have some attachment to it, it's definitely time for an upgrade. So this is how the sample answer is. Now when you read this, after the discussion of the vocabulary list and the grammar structure, you see, okay, this is how it is constructed. Now I get it. Okay, now I can see the quality of the sentences, how it is well placed. So this is all about learning the grammar aspect and trying to incorporate that into your sentence construction to show that even if you're not using really good, idioms or phrases, you don't have to overuse it as well. So whatever you're using, try to show that you know to use it well. You know to place it at the right place. That is where you will get a good score. Okay, so you need a clear understanding about what you are saying and how you should say it. So that's the point that you have to work on. So I hope this video, this live session helps you and you got more idea about what is a topic and what are the different points that you can incorporate in such a similar topic. Okay, so yes, I'll be seeing you guys next Wednesday at the same time with another topic with more details. So until then, take care and have a great day ahead.